Greetings, my name is David. I'm with Dear Studios, and I'm here with my dog Greg, your go-to guy.
What's up, buddy?
What's happening, man? We here.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been waiting to do this, man. Say, matter of fact, why don't you go and tell the audience why we're making this content?
Well, first of all, I want to make this content because I know there's some young person out there that need motivation and need encouragement. And I believe my story will help them with that.
I believe it will too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you said youth, the young person, man. How old were you when you first realized that you had a gift and you was different from everybody else?
I'm going to say probably around 10, 11 years old.
Really? 10, 11 years old?
Really.
Come on now. And about what age did you realize that creating and manufacturing things with your hands was something that, could be profitable for you?
Well, I know at 13 years old is when I first started, pinstriping cars and doing stuff with my hands that actually made me money at that age. But it was before then when I kind of figured out that, hey, I needed to be an entrepreneur, if that's the question you asked me.
Yeah, and also the value of the customer service and your customer base and doing good work and things like that, right?
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. You do good work, people gonna want to continue to do business with you. You do crappy work, no integrity, stuff like that, people not gonna want to do business with you. And I knew that at a very early age.
See, our audience may not know this, but I know this man has been running his own business since he was approximately 13 years old, had his own answering machine, his own line,
right.
Business cards.
Right.
Shout out to the brother who made the business cards. What was his name?
Harold Scott. What's up, baby?
D. Scott. Yeah. We put it in the comments for us, man.
Yeah.
So from there, it just snowballed, right? It just kept going.
Man, I got a lot of stories to tell, and that's really why we starting this content, to tell my story.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, like I said earlier, it's going to help some young person. That's my goal. I just have a passion for people, right? So that's where we're going with this.
And hey, that's because somebody had looked out for you as well. You know what I mean? Somebody saw that this young man right here, he has an entrepreneurial spirit, and they cultivated that. You know what I'm saying? And to give you the business at the age that you were doing it, with the pinstriping and everything. Golly, sir, that's an amazing story right there. Not too many people can say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And these are adults that see it in you. And I think that's what you're leaning towards, right? As an adult, you want to give back and you want to give something to the youth.
Exactly. No doubt about it. I can't help but just see in my head, that little guy that was just screaming out, for attention and, help with what he wanted to do. And, we know in our community, we don't have that support a lot, right? And, that was a big issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so just looking back at that, I just wanted to be a support to some young man that looked like me, actually.
Hey man, well your story is definitely that. And if you want to, man, you want to get into a little bit of it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Whatever question you ask me, I'm going to answer it and I'm going to tell the truth about it.
Okay. So, you say it started around 13. Were all your friends the same? Like, were you the entrepreneurial guy? The friend, were you like surrounded by entrepreneurial, influences?
No, not really. I think the entrepreneur thing, business thing came from my McClinton side of the family, man. I didn't want to be a slave to what somebody else needed and wanted. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do and do what I needed to do for myself and, my family perhaps, when I got older.
And having that background, I can almost assume that even when you worked for other people, you still had your own thing going on also.
I did.
Yeah.
I always felt like I needed something going on my own because they always had the power, if you worked for them, to pull the plug on.
Come on with it.
So, I always just had to have something to fall back on. If I had a job and I didn't have nothing going on for myself and I walk in, they hand me that paperwork, than what I was gonna do. So whether or not the business was thriving or not, I just had to have something, even if it wasn't thriving, that I can just go to do, right?
Right on, right
do
on.
something.
And I think, I think that, your life has been rewarded handsomely for that. You know what I'm saying?
It have its ups and downs.
Yeah, but look where we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're here, we're doing this for making this content.
Right.
With the youth in mind.
Right.
And sometimes the youth need to know it's going to be hurdles and you know what I'm saying, a little adversity.
Well, that's exactly why I want to tell my story, because, I want to do what I wished I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody to sit down and say, these are the do's and the don'ts, or you look at them for as an example.
Mm-hmm.
And say, who I'm going to do it like this? Most of the learnings that I got came from me bumping my head, figuring it out. And, that's not a blessing to me.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to figure it out on your own, you lose a lot of time. Of course, some things you gotta learn on your own, right?
Right.
But if you have a family setting to where grandpa sit you down and say, hey son, look, this is how you do this, and dad sit you down and do this. I really didn't have that, right?
Right.
But now I did have the desire to get where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there was a lot of hurdles getting here, to be honest with you.
You had to go through some doors and open some doors, and
yeah, figure it out on your own.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think the youth could learn a lot by realizing that you're gonna get a lot of no's, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't all about yeses. You're gonna get some no's as well.
But I think the adults will actually be able to get something from this content as well, because hopefully they can get from what I'm talking about, or what we talk about, is some of the things that they need to do for their children, right? I'm gonna throw this in there right quick. Universal life index insurance is something that we don't know about in our community. This is something that I have been researching for a long time. And, if you don't know something, you can't teach something.
Right.
And, if we knew this and we knew some of these things, we'd be far more advanced than we are. But you can't teach what you don't know. So,
right.
That's some of the reason why I want to do this, because, whether or not a person receive it from you or not, but if you put the content out there, they might not receive it from you person to person, but they might look at the video, and their question from this point on might be, well, what is that?
And that's why I'm so glad you called and invited me to come on board,
right,
to help create this content, because the other content is already amazing.
Right.
You got the car,
right,
you got the buildings, you know what I mean? Right. You're doing great things, you know what I mean? So for you to sit down and offer more insight into, how did you develop to get to this point? Several businesses, entrepreneurial spirit, ups and downs and hurdles and everything, but you're still, here.
Right.
And we're making this content today.
Right.
I think that I think it's very, very, very
yeah.
satisfying. It's very satisfying.
Right. I got a lot of passion for it.
Come on now. For sure.
Right.
So, now that we know we're going to be creating this content going forward and everything like that, what are some of the goals that you want, as far as like the messages that you want to convey to people?
There's quite a few. One message that I want a goal and a message that I want to convey to the people is you can't be successful without having a spiritual life. That's number one, right? And I really don't care who agree and don't agree with me, right? But I know for myself, you got to have a spiritual life to be able to have discernment to see what's going on around you, right? Because it's an advantage to know what's going on around you, to make different decisions and different moves, right? So without that spiritual discernment, the enemy be sitting right next to you and you would not know it. So it's certain skills that you have to have through spiritual aspect of life to be able to even safeguard yourself. So spiritual is one of the things that I definitely want to make sure is understood. For any young person that's trying to get somewhere, don't be status quo.
Taking a page out of I think everybody could benefit from a little discernment.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
You're never too old.
I'm never too old.
You know what I'm saying?
But I focus on the young people because I don't know. I've had issue all my life, really, and I don't know if we're going off track here a little bit. But if I am, just pull me back.
I'll read you on in.
You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to. I just looked at it like this: if God gave me, blessed me with having different information, wisdom, and knowledge, you know, you as my brother, I'm gonna want to share that knowledge with you, right?
Facts.
And you know, through my lifetime, I've noticed when I try to share that information or try to say, hey man, look, this is a new idea. You know, people have said, you know, he act like he's better than them or who he think he is or whatever. So, you know, I don't know. At 55 now, I'm like, you know what? I'm through with trying to just bring, you know, a grown person into my vision or seeing it the way I see it. I really just teach it to a young person if they will.
And that's why we went with this outlet here. I think this is a great platform to get the information out there.
Right.
We're going to be doing this to generate a larger audience, you know, and interaction so that people in the comments can tell their stories and things. If the stories that you say touch them, they can, you know, interact with you and back and forth. It's just a great thing that we got going on
Right.
Facts. I'm so happy that you brought me on, man.
Yeah, I'm happy you want to come out and spend time with me.
Nah, man, because I need to give back too.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can say it was at a certain age I knew I was different.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And the elders pulled me to the side as well. You know what I mean? The ups and downs are there, and there's something that you, by having somebody reach out and touch you at a young age and pull you in, you always want to give back. So give me an opportunity to do that with you on your platform, being the man, the stature that you are.
Right.
And it's not about wealth; it's about the heart and the people that love you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And the people that you've touched.
Right.
Thank you so much for bringing me on.
Right.
Hey, for real. I really appreciate it.
Right.
So, going forward and everything, hopefully we're going to put this out, you know what I'm saying, very, very often. You get what I'm saying? In addition to the other videos that we already got going on, you know?
Yeah, well, the plan is I'm going to try to bring a group of guys together. Right now, I'm going to say once a month. It probably grow bigger than that and go, you know, 2 times or 3 times a month. I don't know. But I already have a group of guys that I have assembled that's easy to work with, you know. No strife, no nothing. We all respect each other. Matter of fact, I had a crew of guys on the project that I'm working on just last week, and I took an awesome image, man, of us getting down.
Another awesome image, because you take a lot of awesome images.
Yeah,
like,
I try to.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, if a young person can see themselves or people that look like them doing stuff, then they know it's possible for them. So, and really, that's what I've been about for a long time. You know, I try to, you know, get certain family members to see it this way, but it happens sometimes and it don't.
Right. But and you know, that's just the way it is.
Right.
And sometimes they're gonna see it now and they're gonna see it later. They'll realize it later.
But that,
you know,
that's why I had to go ahead and start making videos, because if I'm gone, you know, then they might can see it as, you know how it is when Jesus, you know, tried to bless the people where he came from, and they wasn't having it. They couldn't see it because they were too up on him, right?
You know what?
But he was able to bless other nations. So
I think that's where you was going, but yeah, that's a great, that's a great story.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I get that.
For sure.
That's why I say, you know, if you have a spiritual life, it'll cause you to be able to see things for what they are.
And help you in your business life too,
right.
as well. Because man, sometimes in business you need discipline.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And to see things through to completion.
Right.
And being that he's in the construction and he works with his hands and he's an artist, that's this man's whole thing is to finish things and make it see it through to completion and give people
give them what they want. Give them what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, no doubt about that, man. That's just like I take big pride in like this house that I'm building for this lady right now. You know, I mean, I take a lot of pleasure in knowing that I'm building something that somebody's gonna be able to go in and cook their food, take a shower, sleep. You know what I'm saying?
What I wanted to say was you exceed expectations.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do,
Yeah.
without even trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, this journey that we're on right now, with all the different content that we have going on, and this being a part of it, hey,
Yeah.
get ready, guys.
Yeah.
Get ready, guys.
Right.
So, you know, reach out to us in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe. You'll be seeing more of us. But we definitely, this is just the beginning. We're going to break things down in small increments because it's so much. It's so much. We can't really just put it all out there in one video or two videos. It has to be a series, aside from what he already does. So just keep in touch with us, guys, and we got this thing going on.
Hey man, you gonna be there, right?
I always do that for the guys. What I'll tell you about,
You gonna be there, right?
he always do this. I'm gonna be there. Hey man, listen, this is David with The Urban Studios, or you can just call me The Urban. Either way is fine. And this is Greg.
Go to guys.
Come on with it. Hey, you can see more of us. Let's go.
Another level, so open your ears. We've been putting it down like this for so many years. We just switch gears, so now we wrecking the scene. Cause if you want it, we got a screen, a record, violin.